Let's Paint TV in the house. From outer space, it's Let's Paint TV. Wolf. Logitech. Hey, Logitech 710. I have a Logitech camera, but it doesn't zoom in or zoom out. Is there a model that zooms in, zooms out, zoom, 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 zoom in, out, zooms in, zooms out? Okay, you're watching Let's Paint TV. I'm your host, Mr. Let's Paint. We are in outer space. That's right. We're taking your calls, 818-528-4516. Let me put the number up. 528-4516. All right, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on here today. Basically, not much. Just going to let you know. Not much is going to happen today. I'm just going to sit here and drink coffee with you. But that could be good. That could be a good thing because all eyes are on you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. All right, so you don't have a Logitech camera. Yes, I came back down to Earth and I went down to Laguna Beach to paint. And you saw those pictures. We posted them on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I gave up on Periscope. I gave up on Periscope. I deleted that app. It just doesn't work for me. So goodbye, Periscope. And I gave up on Vine. I'm tired of the little 3-second little video crap things. Don't need it in my life. I'll tell you what though, guys, being down in Laguna Beach and then being in Malibu the other day before that, a day or so before that, what a difference. The beaches are way more awesomer in San Diego there in Laguna Beach in that stretch of beaches there. Oh my goodness. The water was just delicious. And whereas the Malibu Beach, Zuma in particular, wow, what a mess. That is some nasty waves. Those waves are mean. In fact, they are so mean someone drowned the day I was there. Someone drowned, someone died. So anyway, if by any chance anyone's ever coming out to Los Angeles, I would try to go to Laguna Beach and hang out there for a bit. It's pretty awesome. Okay, that's the update from sunny Southern California. I'm Mr. Let's Paint. We're talking about painting. We're talking about travel destinations. Actually, if you go to Paradise Cove in Malibu, that's pretty good. That somehow that's not such a bad stretch of that's a pretty good stretch of water, waves, beach. Extremely crowded. By the way, any of these beaches are going to be extremely crowded on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. But if you go there during the week, you're gonna have a lot more better chance of enjoying yourself. Yeah, those are my destinations I would recommend. I don't know San Diego, but San Diego's got some great beaches too. San Diego. Years ago, I was in La Jolla. La Jolla. I remember some nice beach. There's some nice beaches over there. But I don't go down there much, so I haven't been down there in years. So. Well, I was down there like 2 years ago. Master Young says Laguna has some dirty girls. I don't know what you mean by that. How are they? Oh, just everybody's dirty. Periscope's dirty. Everything. Aliens are dirty. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how I don't think that really that's a correct statement, or how that fits in. You can take that back, by the way. Take it back. Take it back. Backtrack. All right, so I'm busy drinking my coffee, taking your calls, 818-528-4516, 818-528-4516, you want to call in. Yeah, so I had a nice time painting. It's kind of a long drive coming from LA down there, but it's a lot of traffic. Oh my God. It's crazy. You drive through endless traffic, and then you come to this oasis of sorts. And then you go back into the traffic. Makes you kind of wonder, maybe you should just stay there and never, deal with the traffic. Maybe I should just move down there. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Places that are really beautiful and stuff, it can get old on you. They're better off maybe just visiting, I suspect. But I don't know. 818-528-4516. You're watching Let's Paint TV. You're watching a middle-aged person drinking coffee. That's what you're watching. But I do have a couple of jokes in me or glimmers of folly that may or may not be of fun, a fun experience for you. I suspect. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon. Keep contemplating just giving up doing this show every day, at least at this time slot. I keep thinking about it, but I know that I probably won't necessarily do that. But or give up the show altogether every day and just do it once a week, but do it at nighttime. And give it my all. Give it my all to you. Give me all. However, I'm selfish. I'm a creature of habit, and so I keep coming back to this time slot. Probably what I need to do is do a once a week show at night. That's what we need to do. Add a once a week show at night. um, and then promote that, and then we can just hang out here during the day and do whatever I do, which is whatever it is that I do. Dinner time might be better for you, but Revons, where are you coming from at dinner time? See, you're on the East Coast, so we're on this constant problem, East Coast, West Coast stuff. So what's a good time then? If I do a nighttime program, we do that. We always come into this. We always enter into this force field about maybe every couple of months we start talking about that. But what would be the time slot that the Pacific Coast and East Coast? Don't give up anything. We just want you to be able to share your show with the family sometime. Maybe 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. What time is my dinner? 5 o'clock? No, I don't eat. I don't usually eat dinner till like 9 o'clock. I don't eat dinner too early. It's probably what's wrong with me. I always eat dinner too late. 6. Ibongo likes that, and added just one night show, one added night show that maybe the one, and that one I can actually do some kind of be more performative, since I'm not always doing that here with you. I think ideally too, I wouldn't be a bad idea to probably have a better production thing all around. I'm always hoping for that, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I'm optimistic on that idea, but then also I'm realistic that that's probably not going to happen. But it doesn't mean I won't try, but nevertheless, I'm well aware of the limitations, my limitations. But don't let your limitations stop you. Don't let the reality, the doom and gloom of reality, stop you from doing what you do. Because in reality, none of us. Oh, I just found where all that red paint went. Oh my God, it went more places. I knew that was probably the case. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I splurted some alizarin crimson all over the place, and I just spotted some unfounded truth. Some. Okay, I don't have. Okay, right here. I found some leftover stuff that I did not pick up. So let me pick that up before it spreads. This stuff. I've mentioned this before. Alizarin crimson, along with phthalo blue, which are phthalo blue, which I don't really use too much of, along with phthalo green. Those two colors, oh my goodness, they spread like wildfires in terms of the nastiness factor, in terms of getting everywhere, getting every which way but loose. What was that about? Every which way but loose. Was that a Clint Eastwood movie with the monkey? Maybe not. or it was some movie with a monkey, right? No, it was a Clint Eastwood movie, right? With Sandra Locke, the whitest girl ever. She was so white you could see the veins come out of her forehead. You're watching Let's Paint TV, guys. 818-528-45. I think Clint Eastwood heard that just now. He's going to kick my ass. Speaking of someone getting their ass kicked, it looks like Donald Trump is going to get his ass kicked, apparently, by the guy who escaped out of Mexico prison, the El Chupo. Am I pronouncing his name right? If I pronounce his name wrong, I'm going to get killed too for that matter. All right, 818-528-4516. I had my coffee, so I really got no excuses. But okay, I got a big blob of paint right here. Let me get this. Wow, that thing just went crazy. All right. As you can see, we're not painting today. I left my paints in my van, and I guess I got a little painted out from being at Laguna Beach yesterday, which you can see a picture of that paint. Oh, I see a problem. As the painting's drying, I sometimes it gets scratched. The paint gets scratched. I'll have to fix it. No problem. El Chupo. Okay, so if we're not painting, actually I need to organize. I keep on having to organize. I got stuff, too much stuff here. I got a lot of paintings, guys, and you guys need to buy them, is what I'm trying to say. So go over to letspainttv.com and go over to the shop link and peruse the various sections and buy some of this stuff, because this stuff is in the way. It's totally clogging my creative arteries, and I can't keep going. I can't keep going like this. But I will. Gonna have to. So I think that's the plan. Maybe we'll try a night show. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to do one or two of them, and that'll be it. I won't be consistent. See, for me, this is consistent because I'm on. I'm going to be here every day. We don't have much of a groundswell of people watching, except for you loyal supporters, which is fantastic. I just found Let's Paint TV from the telethon. That was basically after prime time. Maybe that Let's Paint After Dark would be cool. Oh, so you found out about me, Master Young, when I did the telethon, which was like I was on for 12 hours or so. So you found me at that nighttime. I think more people potentially are watching maybe at nighttime. I don't. See, the thing is, again, I'm somewhat selfish in the sense of I tend to do things in the afternoon, particularly painting. My forte, my bread and butter, my blue-collar job, if you will, is to paint plein air paintings outdoors. And so I always go out in the afternoon. But I don't go out as much as I did anymore. So I could figure this out. I mean, I could at least take one day off. What No, no, no. I was not on Boing Boing article a couple of months ago, Stephen. That was Vice. That was a Vice article. But I was on Boing Boing, unless I didn't see this Boing Boing. But they did put years ago. They basically inadvertently made one of my videos a viral video, Boing Boing. But that was like, I'd say that was about almost 8 years ago or so. Well, 11 p.m. that's Central Time, so well, that would be 12 midnight for you on the East Coast, and I believe that would be 9 o'clock my time. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a little too late. So 9 o'clock is definitely not happening. That's like midnight, or that's like late show, the Tonight Show kind of thing. Well, anyway, I think maybe 5 o'clock might be worth a shot, I guess. It's either 5, 6, or 7. 5, 6, or 7. Well, 7 make it 10 o'clock back east. Probably not any later than that. No one ever said you had to paint that late. You are the one and only you rubber with the call-in number. 7 or 8 on a Friday or Saturday. Maybe Friday's a good day to do it. Oh, I'm the only one. You are the only one and only YouTuber with the call in them. You know, I tend to sway closer to a family show than being more. You know, but then I sway into some sort of dark sections of thought, and I do swear, so it's not always a family show, is it? At times, it can be. Sometimes I go dark. I go blue. As you can see, I'm wearing a blue shirt. Having the show later doesn't really mean it's a family thing, but a lot of people are working during these hours. Says Revons. Where are you coming from, Logitech? 7 o'clock my time, or 7 o'clock whatever time? 7 o'clock Pacific time. Yeah, I should just come on late and just paint like dirty stuff, huh? Naked women and stuff. Pacific time, huh? 7 o'clock. You know, 7 o'clock's probably not a bad time for me. By that time, I'll have a few beers in me, or glasses of wine, or whatever. Ugh. Well, I'm strongly. This is suggestion box day. I strongly putting that one in the suggestion box. Well, see, that's just it. I wouldn't eat. I'm not gonna. That's just it. See. Now, if I did a show, do I do a show during the morning hours that same day, or do I not do that? I like that. Naked women on unicorns. That's a great idea. Is the show over yet? Halfway there. Skip morning show or skip it altogether. Skip it on that day. Ah. Okay, skip the morning show and then do the night show. Yeah. You know the thing that I would benefit from by doing an afternoon show or late afternoon show, in my case, is I would have more time to prepare. And that's something that I don't get to do too much here because I'm too busy sleeping in as long as possible. And then I ultimately then sleepwalk through the show with you. I'd be terrible to do those morning shows. Do I have success selling on Etsy or eBay? Once in a while. Every once in a while, you never know when it happens. But sometimes someone will buy something, yeah. I mean, those are viable places to have stuff that, you never know is the thing. You don't know who likes what and who feels inclined to buy something. Well, that's true. I might just need to wake up earlier. You know, I'll tell you what. If I didn't do this show, I don't know what I'd be doing now in the morning. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'd go out and paint, but I probably wouldn't. You know, I'd probably fiddle around, which I like to do. I like fiddling around, you know? Pablo likes it. Where are you coming from, Pablo? Is that somehow I feel like you're like in Argentina or something. Are you living here in the United States, or are you in another country watching? We just, you know what I'm going to do is I'll just one of special night shows. Maybe it becomes a regular thing. Wow, you'll watch this show later on. Crazy, cray cray. OMG. 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 Yeah, I got to admit, you're in SoCal. Oh, fantastic! I got to admit, it is kind of strange because this is the middle of the day. Why would I be watching the guy's painting show in the middle of the day? It is kind of a strange thing. But then I don't know when you would watch. It took you a while to figure out when I come on. But all you got to do is go to my website, and it says right there on Let's Paint TV that I'm on at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. At least I think it does. I better go check that then. Sweet. Um, it was on various time slots, usually in the late afternoon. Or no, I mean usually public access was from like 4 p.m. during the week. Would start to 4 p.m. and end at like midnight. And I would always try to get like around 10 o'clock slots, maybe a 9 o'clock slot, maybe 11 o'clock, you know, varies. And then on the weekend, on Saturday, they would do shows in the morning. So my show would then be around 11 o'clock or whatever. Maybe 1 o'clock. I think maybe the last show on the weekends on Saturday would be 2, 3 tops. I don't think it went past 3. Well, it's hump day. Hump day! Well, today's Wednesday. Today is the middle of the week. Hump day. They call it hump day here in the United States of America. Hump day. Oh, definitely. I'm not a morning person. I keep telling you that. And so in a weird way, me doing this program, I've actually gotten a lot of interesting stuff out of it because I'm kind of sleepwalking through it, or I'm just sort of not really there kind of deal. Yeah, where's Laura? She disappeared on us. Our only, our only female participant. I mean, I would imagine there's a few other females watching the program, but she was actually participating. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. Haven't seen her either. What was that show where they were looking for some? There was a wasn't it her name Laura? There was a show that where she was missing or something. Laura, wasn't it Laura? Anyways, vacation. She's probably on vacation. How about that? What do you do? You live in Florida. Well, I don't know what part of Florida. I'm just assuming when someone lives in Florida, they like live right on the beach. What do you do when you live in a place that's like a vacation place? How, you're always on vacation. Twin Peaks, yes. That's it. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. What was it about Laura? She was missing or something? What was the thing about Laura in Twin Peaks? Was she missing? Was she killed? Yeah, Laura Palmer. Was she? What was the story on her? She was missing, I guess. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Couldn't we ask the same for you, Mr. Pate? People think of the beach when they think California. Oh, she was murdered. Oh my God. That better not be the case for our Laura. I think we all should go down to Florida and look for her. We better. Better find out what's going on with Laura. Taylor, oh, Taylor's in the house. You missed most of the show, Taylor. You didn't miss much. That could be said about most of these shows that we have. and you are our other female participant, Taylor and Laura. Is there anybody else that is female that comes in? Cynthia sometimes comes in the chat room. Master Young, you're a girl too? Are you really? I wouldn't have necessarily I did not necessarily know that, or I would not have known that. This is what happens when you paint yourself out of contention, or you just paint so much that you're tapped. But I'm going to paint some more here. I don't know what I'm not going to necessarily paint on the show today, but because the show's almost over here. But and I might not get around to doing much painting today. Actually, I need to organize. Though I got this painting here that I need to fix. It needs some work. It's I know what's going on, and hopefully I can make it work. But you've been the girl before, at least. Too much information. We've talked about night show. I think lots of people would watch. Most are working. Paint your body. I think we gotta try another. We gotta do a nighttime show. Yeah, I'm gonna set it up for maybe even for Friday. What's today? Wednesday? Why don't we try to do a show Friday night? I got nothing planned. Logitech, you're a girl too? You're pulling my leg now. Hey, Bombay's in the house. Thank you, Bombay. Are you in Bombay, India? Yeah, he painted Mike MQ Schmidt's body. It's so funny because Schaefer's always bagging on MQ Schmidt, like, oh man, why have a big fat ugly fat dude when we can have a naked lady, hot sexy naked lady? So he's the next thing you know, he's painting MQ Schmidt. Lose the clothes and paint your body. I got a dad bod, if you know what I mean, with a little bit of a pot belly. You're Spartacus. I don't know. I've just sort of haphazardly tried to contact NASA through Twitter, but they don't respond to me. I don't really know how you do that. These various institutions, organizations, agencies are hard to really ever make inroads, if you will. Well, I noticed I had a lot of people looking at me yesterday at the beach with my dad bod. Yeah. I paint kind of a altered state of mind, outer space, and I don't think they appreciate that ultimately. I'm always up against it was a relaxed show. There's no doubt about it. This is it. There's no debate about it. I don't think anyone can debate that this show is not a relaxed show today. I was gonna say something and then I got thrown off. That does happen, doesn't it, in life? So I guess I'm not gonna spend too much time trying to get back to getting back to that. Yes, you did, Bombay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I when you say you love my work, I don't really ever understand truly what when someone says that, what they mean, because I don't know what you're referencing. What work that I do, because I do tend to do a lot of different stuff. In fact, I was thinking about that today. The problem with what I do is that I'm all over the board so much. All right. Well, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Helga.
Hi, Helga.
Are you gonna take your clothes off and paint yourself or not?
That's not gonna happen. But
I need you to take your clothes off slowly and paint yourself before my husband gets home.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the prod. Thanks for prodding me or egging me on, but no. Just my attitude. I'll take that. I'll take that, Bombay. I thank you. My attitude. And sometimes it's an attitude that is. Sometimes it's a painted face attitude. You know, like paint a smiley face kind of positive attitude at times, when deep down there's a part of me that does not. Wants to live in the dungeon of thought, of torment, and all that nonsense. And so So it's better. I find it. I ultimately it feels better to try to be positive about the whole experience. I guess I don't know. But I was saying earlier, just a few seconds ago, which I felt important enough before the phone call came in. That I have a lot of different things going on, and I'm kind of all over the board, so I don't really keep a succinct style. Well, for the most part, and I always think that keeps me back in terms of any kind of play that I could get at times, with certain entities. But you can't win, whatever you try to do, and it feels good. It feels good to be all over the board. Not for everybody. I do have the attention of the females, huh? This whole outer space thing, I was somewhat disappointed because I had asked to be I applied to participate in a space lab thing through the county museum here, LA County Museum, and in conjunction with various space agencies, technology agencies, and companies. But they passed on my idea and my wanting to participate in that, and it kind of was frustrating. It just when you get rejected, it just reinforces your the idea that it's sort of worthless. And it's no point even trying to apply for these things. Not that this is a defeatist attitude. It's just my approach to doing things does not gel with their operations, and probably never will be. Yes, I could have professionally had someone professionally, or other people write the grant and make it look a lot more succinct. Yes. And I probably should have. But nevertheless, I get a feeling as if my approach to art, my approach to existing is my approach, and it's not a it's perceived. I'll just leave it at this. This is my feeling, and I think I'm slightly correct in this, though I should not let it stop me, and it doesn't stop me. But my approach to art is perceived as naive. It's perceived as you're a dummy. And so I get overlooked no matter how much I present myself to look smart or intellectual in what I do. And that's just my mannerisms. That's who I am. I'm not going to change who I am, guys. So I'm going to stumble and bumble like a bumblebee and keep going and keep trying. So, but I think it's kind of, it's problematic for gatekeepers, for the gatekeepers out there to decipher, what is and what isn't. My beef is always that gatekeepers always end up playing it safe. They play it safe, meaning they always go with what has basically already been done, or incrementally been changed from what has already been successfully been done. You know, because that's the safest thing. That's the thing that keeps their job, kind of thing. Rarely does anything goes, off, from out of the blue kind of stuff. But art, guys, art is all about out of the blue. It's all about so many other things. So to play it safe is boring, uninteresting, and defeats the purpose of art. Well, guys, the show is over. How about that? The show is over. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna try to organize my life, move some paintings around. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I'm gonna, I guess, organize, and then we'll start back up again tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a show for Friday. Shoot to do a show on Friday. Yeah, Frank Zappa talked about it. Yeah, I'm sure. What I'm saying is not any different from what has been said by a lot of other people. This is not revolutionary thought for the most part, but it is the minority thought, and that's just the nature of the of systems, of the system of life, and organizations. It's hard to do things crazy all the time, or and even if you were to try to do stuff that was somewhat crazy, and I'm not really doing anything crazy, that's it too. Anyway, getting back to my beef. So, that was frustrating, as it always is when I apply to these applications. But I do them just as a, in hopes that I could get some help. But, it would have been really nice, I got to say, it would have been really nice to go further in the investigation with the space and have some help from these various agencies, one or two or whatever, to get insight or get access to some of this stuff, for the investigation of what I was trying to do. But I guess it just is not going to happen, or it isn't happening now. So we just have to pretend. And I've sort of already, in some ways, decided to move on, and yet we've only just begun. So it's weird. I'm kind of in a weird spot. Outer space, it's not over. We're still doing it. I'm just taking a look. I came back down to Earth for a few days. We did do the Kickstarter funding, and we got a little money that way, so I'm going to wait until I get that money to come in to kind of reboot the outer space thing. What's that? My address is out there. Is that my address on the internet? Is that what you're saying? It's not supposed to be, but I guess there's probably a way to find out, couldn't there be? The damn internet. Yeah, it's not supposed to be listed, but like I said, I'm sure there's a way to figure it out. I mean, after all, you could figure everything's like public information in the sense that, like, if you wanted to know where a movie star lives, you can kind of find that out. It's not impossible. Did I say the show's over? I did, didn't I? I'm still hanging out. I like hanging out. This is like fireside chats, you know? You could have watched President Obama talking about the Iran nuclear agreement, and then moved on to watching me hanging out. Would have been a good couple hours of your time. Or not. What inspired me to take on outer space? You know, it's something, it's not, I gotta say, the outer space thing was and is something that's just sort of been in the back of my mind. I don't really have any particular full-on, you know, ongoing investigation or interest in outer space. I'm not like necessarily into sci-fi movies or anything like that. You know, Star Trek I didn't really watch or get into. You know, I don't know. It's not, and that's probably why I got into it. Sort of like it's the last frontier. Outer space. Plus, I like the idea of the idea of floating and painting, you know, just as a sensation, you know. I like that, and also I'm curious about outer space and the future as we go into the future, and when we maybe habitate maybe other planets way down the line, maybe in the next 100, 200 years. What is it going to be like to make art? You know, what will it be like to make art? What will we have canvas and paint? You know, will we be using our hands, our tactical touch? You know, to create things. Or is it just going to be all on a digital, you know, surface to make stuff? And I mean, I'm sure if we went to a particular planet, depending on how the living conditions are, there's probably and we're bound to want to build stuff. So if we're going to build stuff, well, then we're probably going to be able to create too. But I think creativity will be taking a back seat, sadly, in the future. And it's sort of my war or battle, not a war, but my battle to try to have people aware of that, so that it doesn't take a back seat, and so that we can really celebrate it and foster it more in humans, all, if we're talking future and the species, because really, this thing we call creativity, is really the only good thing that we do as humans. Well, one of. The other is I don't know. Yep, another avenue to explore as an artist. Yes, it's a new frontier, the last frontier. I don't know what you're saying. 10 grand for what? Info 50 for the next step. We are still here. Edible canvases in the future. No one will have money, but everyone will need to eat and enjoy art. Win-win. I mean, you got that already. I mean, you can make... Yes, Bombay, that is exactly it. Keep art important as we move forward into a technological space age, yes. Oh. Well, I guess that's going to be it for me today. I said that earlier, but I think now is the time to sign off. And we'll probably do some painting tomorrow. I was just kind of lazy today. Look at that, isn't that cool? It's kind of cool. Hey! So much stuff we can do. You know, I still want to do is I want to figure this out, and maybe I can figure this out. I could play around with it right now and try to figure. Could I do that? I'm lazy. I don't want to. Okay. Well, anyway, I just another idea to do, but I think we'll try to set this show for Friday, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to try to do that for Friday. Uh, 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Yeah. I haven't really had too much problem with stalkers, no. It must be difficult if you were, say, a beautiful woman, or for that matter, a beautiful guy in your 20s, you know. Everybody wants a piece of you. Let's see, what is that interesting? Pablo says, I feel painting has slipped from importance since the digital revolution compared to how it was before photography, and unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. I mean, but you got to look at it. The thing about painting is, see, photography has freed us also from the constraints of what painting was prior to photography, and that was really had a lot of painting back before photography was being used in the same way photography is. You know, it's in the sense of very representational stuff. So now photography has freed painting in the sense of that you can now really be a more visceral, viscosity, experimental, abstract, you know, expressive, that you were kind of not allowed to in a strange sense. Plus, for better or worse, society is a lot more open to doing everything in terms of art. When I think for better, at least in art, and in many ways, you know, as human beings, we hopefully are advancing to being better human beings. I think. I mean, there's plenty of examples, but then we also go back. It's kind of like the stock market. It's like up and down. But I think, I mean, I'm being optimistic here that that, you know, good stuff comes, it's still coming. It's still developing, still percolating. And you consider painting before photography was a time when it was a very, you know, access to doing stuff as an artist was limiting, and then you had to, you know, go to a particular schools to make art. You know, you had to learn how to draw first and all that. You know, it was very restrictive. And you ultimately were doing paintings for the church and the, you know, all that kind of stuff. See, it's a lot more freer in terms, you could do whatever you want, which is really great, I think. But it's also a little scarier. Okay, I thought I was signing out, man. Yeah, Shock of the New. I remember seeing that. Okay, well, this is it. This is it. No debate about it. I'm going to sign off. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the program. And over and out, guys. Over and out. From outer space. Actually, I'm on rest and relaxation on planet Earth for a few days, but we'll be back up in space soon. Okay.